wanted to review my Sonia G brushes. I've had some of these for years and I really want to give my opinion on them for you guys. So I just wanted to do like a video overall of all my Sonia G brushes and go through them. I also have one other extra product that I bought from her that I also have some opinions on. So let's start off with her synthetic and natural hair mix brushes. I have two of them in my collection. I have the jumbo base and the soft concealer, which Sonia G, all of her brushes are made in Japan. They are handmade by artisans. It's very similar to the Wayne Goss brushes. I was also going to do a review on my Wayne Goss brushes, but I see that he doesn't have that eye set anymore on his website, so I'm not sure if it's not available anymore or if he's just not doing brushes. Not sure, but that's besides the point. But they are very similar to Wayne Goss as far as the quality. They are more highly priced because they are handmade brushes. I do feel like these are an investment if you're into makeup and really want something that's really nice and high quality. The rest of the brushes after these two are going to be natural hair brushes, and she has a ton of information on Beautylist if you go under each one of the brushes, like like the length of the hair. She's very detailed when it comes to her brushes, and she's just such an expert when it comes to brushes. It's absolutely amazing. As far as the uses of the brushes, that's going to depend on each person. She will, like, each one of them has different names and what she considers like you could use them for, but of course, as with everything with makeup and everything in life, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so let's get started. The jumbo base, this is $68. I really highly recommend this for foundation. This is the largest one that she has for foundation. It's really nice. I like the fact that even though it's large, I can actually like still go into smaller areas like around my temple and my nose and still apply my foundation with no issues. I highly recommend this if you're looking for a good foundation brush. Really soft, really great. I can't speak enough how much I adore and love Sonia G brushes. So highly recommend. If you are looking for a smaller base brush, she does have two other ones that are smaller than this one, and that's just going to depend on personal preference. But I really highly enjoy the form of this one and the performance as well. Next I have the soft concealer, another one that's the mixture of the synthetic with the natural hair. And the reason that she did these brushes like that is so that they could be used with foundations, with liquids, with creams. So the soft concealer brush is one of my absolute favorite ones for concealer underneath the eye. I do want to buy the one that's a little bit bigger than this one, just to also have it, because I really highly enjoy this. This is so soft, has never felt prickly. If you guys have ever watched any of my other videos, you will know that I'm very sensitive when it comes to my under eye area, and I need something that's super, super soft, because if not, I feel like a scratchiness and itchiness underneath there. And this, no matter how many times I've washed it, this is absolutely amazing. It buffs out my concealer beautifully, and it just always is so soft, never prickly, and just absolutely amazing. Next is the only other face brush that I own from her, and this is a natural haired one, so all the rest of them going down forward are going to be natural hair. This is the mini cheek, and this is supposed to be for your blush, but to be honest, to me it's way too small for the cheeks. To me this would be a good highlighting brush, but what I really use it for is to set my under eye. I fell in love with this brush thanks to Mel. If you don't know who she is, sadly she passed away, but she was an amazing YouTuber. I absolutely just adored her, and she talked about this brush in one of her videos, and she used to set her under eye with it, and I just had to have it. This brush is $36. I know it's really pricey, but it's absolutely amazing. It's super soft, it's not scratchy whatsoever, and I just live for it. This is what I use to set my under eyes, as well as one from Wayne Goss, but this was kind of like a limited edition one, so that's why I don't ever hardly mention it. But these are just absolutely just so soft and amazing for setting those under eye areas. Next, I'm going to jump into the Sky set. So these 5 brushes are her Sky Eye set. This is $160. And I have to say, I know that these are pricey, but there are payment plans available on Beautylish if you want to pay for them little by little, which is usually what I do. I like treat myself and then pay for it little by little, like in different installments, but that just depends on like what you're willing to pay for brushes. Like I said, these are more luxury high-end brushes, but I do own other brushes as well. I own more affordable brushes. It's just going to depend on you. For the Sky set, I really enjoy this because it does have really great crease brushes in here. So let's go ahead and start off with the Jumbo Blender. The Jumbo Blender is really, really great for cleaning up those areas around the eye. You could actually apply like eyeshadow, like a one and done kind of brush for this one. Really enjoy it. That one I have to say I really use more for cleaning up. Next we have the Soft Shader. This is very similar to like the MAC 217. Really love the quality of this and love the fact that it's just a really great crease brush. Then we also have the Classic Crease, and this is more of that rounded tip, so it's not as flat as the Soft Shader one. The Soft Shader could also be used for the lid. This one is more fluffy for the crease and just blends out just like absolutely amazing if you're going to apply something all over the crease or to clean up edges as well. This is fluffier. Next is one of my all-time favorite ones. This is the Mini Booster. This is very similar to, I want to say like the MAC 221. Yeah, the MAC 221. It's way smaller. It's really great for those with smaller hooded eyes. I absolutely just love this brush because it's more precise where it's going to put a product on your crease, and just absolutely love her brushes. Last is one that I really enjoy as far as putting product on the lid and also on that inner corner, and this one is called the Flat Definer. You could also use this underneath the lash line if you wanted to, but I really use it a lot for my inner corner or for lid work. Next, I have a brush that I bought by itself, and this is called the Builder 3. This is a really great brush for putting eyelid shadow on. It's really, really great and flat. It's really similar to the MAC 239, and I really highly enjoy it. Highly recommend if you're looking for a dupe for the original 239, because MAC switched to synthetic, and I still own my original MAC 239. It literally doesn't even have the name on here anymore. It like faded. But as you can see there, they're very, very similar in shape, and they more or less do the same thing, which is pick up great pigment and apply it all over the lid. Then the last set that I own from Sonia G is called the Pro Set. This is $150. Like I said, these are all very, very pricey. I know this, so you know, I just want you guys to know that I do take that into consideration, and I didn't buy these all at once. I buy these over time, little by little. So this one is the first set that I ever purchased from her. This is what made me fall in love with Sonia G and was like, oh damn, because from then the only pricey brushes that I had were the Wayne Goss ones, and I loved those. I still love them. I have the whole set still, but these were the first ones from Sonia G that I was like, yes, Sonia, you know what you're doing. Okay, so first up we have the largest one. This is called the Blender Pro, and it does just that. It's really good for, okay, I'm just flinging them around. First off is the Blender Pro. This is really good for just blending, as its name indicates. It's very fluffy and big. Next up we have a more precise one. This is called the Crease Pro. Really, really highly enjoy this one because it's kind of like that medium size. So it's not as big as the previous one that I just showed, but it's not as tiny as some of the other ones. So between all of these sets, if you look at the brushes, some of them may seem a little bit similar. Like for example, these two, if I'm not mistaken, the Classic Crease and the Blender Pro are very similar. Little things change on these brushes as far as like how flared they are or how dense they are, but they are overall just really, really great crease brushes. Next we have the Worker Pro. This is very similar to this one, the Soft Shader. The Soft Shader is a little bit more on the shorter side. This one's a little bit more fluffy, and they're both very similar to the MAC 217 as far as crease work. Next, we have the Pencil Pro. This is a very big pencil. It's really great though for really distributing product underneath the lash line and just smoking it out. I also love that her brushes are just so soft and just, you know, they just feel amazing when you're applying makeup. But you could actually use this for the inner corner and apply makeup underneath the lash line. Last is the brush that I highly recommend that anyone who loves makeup get. This is my all-time favorite brush from Sonia G, and this is called the Builder Pro. It is so good that I actually bought a backup of it because I needed to in my life. If you're someone who hates applying eyeshadow with your finger, this baby is for you. The Builder Pro is one of those brushes that just picks up pigment really nicely. And like pigment that you like, there's a lot of eyeshadow out there that when you're going to apply it to your lid, it doesn't apply the same as like on a regular brush or other brushes as your finger. And this kind of mimics your finger. The way these bristles are, it just picks up pigment so freaking nicely, especially some of these formulas that are like way too compact together, or for example are more on the flaky side. This just does such an excellent job of picking it up. I love this brush. I have had one of these like for way too long, and you can tell because let me show you guys, look how dinged up it is. But I love this brush so much that I did buy a backup of it. It's just absolutely amazing. Overall, I do highly recommend her brushes. You can find detailed information about all the brushes, comparisons to them on her website. You can follow her on Instagram as well, and she's very detailed when she explains different functions and comparisons of brushes and what she uses them for or what she recommends them for. Highly recommend checking out her website. She reviews brushes like nobody else's reviews brushes because she's so detailed down to the like size of the bristles, how they're compacted, how they're made in there. So she really is an expert when it comes to makeup brushes. Highly recommend her and really enjoy the brushes. That being said, I have one last product from Sonia G, and it's one that I was disappointed in. I paid a crap ton of money for this little towel. It's super cute. I love the little bunnies on it. I love the whole idea and aesthetic of it. And sadly, this just let me down. First of all, after a few washes, the edges of this kind of curled. You can straighten it out and like iron it, but to be honest, I just expected it to be a little bit better. It is a kind of like, what's that called? Like micro cloth, like one of those microfiber kind of cloths. And I've had it for like a couple years now. I like the size of it, but overall I just feel like it's a little too pricey for what it is. I feel like I don't know, it just wasn't worth the money for me in the long run. Did I use it and will continue to use it? Yeah, because I paid a crap ton of money for this. I can't even remember. I'll try to put it across the screen. It does a nice job of like wiping off your makeup brushes on it, but I wouldn't say it's anything like wowing or something that I'm like, yeah, you need one of these. I have actually just fallen in love with the Be Perfect one that came in her kit, and I'm sure that these little hand towels are way more affordable. They're also way bigger, and I like the fact that this one's black, so you can't see like all the stains as much as this one. Like this one I have put through the wringer and have washed it 1,000 times, and it always comes out stained because it's light blue, so you can see everything on it. With this one, I've already washed it a few times, and I like the fact that it's black, so it doesn't look as yucky like once I've been like cleaning my brushes on it. So that's the only fail from Sonia G for me. This I just wouldn't repurchase, to be honest. Overall, I do recommend her brushes. The towel, not so much. She also has a wooden brush holder that's super pricey, and yeah, I'll just stick to my cheap like little holders like this. But they are like handmade in Japan, like Japanese wooden holders specifically made for her brushes, but yeah, I'm good with just her brushes, but I do really enjoy her brushes and the quality and time that she puts into making them. Let me know your thoughts below. Have you tried any of these brushes? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you down below. Thank you guys so much for those who still watch my channel, who enjoy my content, or if this was helpful for you, please give it a like. You can subscribe if you want to see more from me, and also I do have social media, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.